Hello, this is a Newson Gale ground monitoring system, basically a demo in which I'm going to be able to demonstrate both the Rite Plus and the Rite RTR. Both of them are visually identical. Both of them are in the same enclosure, but they do different things. First, let's talk about why you would want a ground monitoring system. You want a ground monitoring system to be able to ensure with a green light verification that you have a good ground condition and that any static electricity that is generated in the movement of flammable liquids or combustible dust is going to be dissipated to Earth as per is required by NFPA 77. That we have an open path with a resistance of less than 10 ohms, that we have interlocks available if we desire to use them, that the monitoring circuit is intrinsically safe. So we can exercise process control. The unit is certified CSA US and Canada. The clamp is FM approved. It has corresponding European approvals. The interlocks, I have two interlocks, double pole, double throw. That means that I can pick up the red signal as well as the green signal, permissive or non-permissive, depending on how I wire them. Power, it can be powered 110, 220, or it can be powered 12, 24 volts. That is an option. You can put it in Class 1, Class 2, Class 3, Division 1, so virtually it can go anywhere. Approved for groups A through G. So you can bond and ground monitor in virtually any environment. This setup, you have the ground monitoring unit, the approved clamp, the cable, you have the junction box, resting peg. In the demo unit I also have a mode selector switch so that I can demonstrate the two different units, the Rite Plus and the Rite RTR. First let's demonstrate the Rite Plus. The Rite Plus is used to be able to ground anything metal, a tote, a drum, a rail car, a truck as well, verifying that I have gotten a metal-to-metal connection and that I have a path back to Earth with a resistance of less than 10 ohms. I reach out to whatever that metal object might be. I get a permissive green light. The interlocks flow over. Now the operator can operate. If you have this connected to pumps, valves, whatever it might be, he can successfully operate. And you have a good visual verification that any static electricity that is generated is going to be dissipated through Earth through the path that is provided by the unit. That is the Rite Plus. And the Rite Plus, once again, can be used to ground anything metal, including a truck. Now we have the option to do something a little bit better, because operators sometimes don't always do the right thing. They might leave the clamp connected to the rack or another metal object. So the Rite RTR, which stands for Road Tanker Recognition Technology, gives you the opportunity to put a little bit more handcuffs, a little bit more control on the operator. It offers you a higher level of safety for any truck loading operations. Basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to implement a little bit of intelligent technology. I'm going to verify that I have connected to the truck and not any other metal object. Basically we're going to take advantage of the characteristics of the truck, big metal object separated from Earth by rubber tires, so I can do a unique capacitance check against the truck. This is of course a demo unit, so I have a capacitor in the line to simulate a truck. I'm going to go ahead and put my unit in RTR mode. Now it's going to do three things. Verify that it's a truck, verify that Mother Earth is behind me with a resistance of less than 1,000 ohms, truck in front of me, Mother Earth behind me. Now I'm going to hold on to those two things and ensure that the path that is provided between them has a resistance of less than 10 ohms as per NFPA 77, just as the Plus does. The Plus does that third check. So, okay, now I have it in RTR mode. Let me go ahead and demonstrate. I reach out to something that is not a truck, and the first thing the unit does is it tries to do a capacitance check against that object, and it is failing because it is not a truck. Now I reach out to my truck. I clamp onto it. It does the capacitance check. The The object has a capacitance between 1,000 and 5,000 picofarads. I verify that Mother Earth is behind me, 1 and 2. Check number 3 is to maintain those two connected with a resistance of less than 10 ohms. So the RTR gives you that higher level of safety in truck operations, okay? Why the mode selector switch? Here I have the mode selector switch. It's not just here for the demo. Let's just say that you bought an RTR because you had road tanker loading, but every once in a while you're going to go do totes or drums or maybe a rail car. You would not have to buy another unit. You could actually have a mode selector switch. Hey, we're going to do something other than a truck. I can change it to single mode. Now all I'm doing is verifying that I have a good metal-to-metal connection with a resistance of less than 10 ohms. I can do things other than a road tanker or a truck if I have provided the mode selector switch. Okay, so I've demonstrated how a plus works against anything metal. The RTR is the intelligent unit that does a little bit more. Now you determine which unit you want. You're still going to have to determine, okay, what cable, what clamp do I need, what size do I need. The options are cable 10 feet, 16 feet, 32 feet, 50 feet, or a cable reel, self-retracting cable reel for those options where I might want to do that. Additionally, I have the option for a big clamp or a medium duty clamp. The difference between these two, this is the X90, generally used for trucks, rails, anything large where I have a big bite is required. The VES X45 is the medium duty clamp, generally used for indoor applications where I have a smaller bite required on the top of a drum or something like that. It allows you a little bit more flexibility. So I have different lengths of cable, different clamps. Both clamps are approved and have tungsten carbide tips. Remember, our goal is a good metal-to-metal contact against whatever we are grounding. So those are your options: Earth-Rite Plus, Earth-Rite RTR for higher security and safety in truck loading. What cable do I need? What clamp do I need? If I'm using the RTR, do I want a mode selector switch for option to load other things when required? If you have any questions, please get in touch with Newson Gale. We're very glad to help you with any bonding and grounding needs that you might have. Thank you.